there, welcome to Apple World. Ashanti is standing up for her well-established quarrel with Jennifer Lopez. What's more, it seems that these two won't ever be in total agreement because of J.L.'s long history of taking advice from different specialists. When somebody pursues you, assaults you, and deliberately attempts to reliably hurt you, sooner or later you need to safeguard yourself. Ashanti has as of late gotten back in the saddle with music, and many fans are saying the rebound feels somewhat self-contradicting in light of the fact that Ashanti would be a lot greater on the off chance that J.Lo didn't take her vocation. In any case, Ashanti isn't the main dark craftsman J.Lo supposedly took from, and she really got bolder with this the greater she got. In any case, what truly went down between Ashanti and J.Lo? Does Ashanti truly fault J.Lo for taking her vocation? We should separate them. If at any point somebody has any desire to apologize or feels like they need to apologize or that they ought to, I'm available to help. You understand what I mean? To the extent that anything after that, Ashanti, one of the most famous R&B craftsmen of the mid-2000s, declared recently that she's prepared to get back into the game following a long-term break, and her declaration reignited the discussion about how Ashanti was dealt with unjustifiably by the business, particularly J.Lo and individuals she was subsidiary with. Presently, to give you some specifics, J.Lo has confronted allegations of conspicuously taking from different craftsmen for a really long time, including symbols like Mariah Carey. Thinking back to the 90s, J.Lo fostered a dear kinship with Mariah's ex and previous Sony Music chief Tommy Mottola. What's more, in her 2020 journal, Mariah asserted that Mottola and J.Lo planned to attack her vocation. As indicated by Mariah, while she was composing the Sparkle soundtrack, she thought of the plan to test the track Firework by the Japanese band Yellow Enchantment Symphony. Furthermore, after Sony spies found out about this, Mottola quickly got his makers to make a tune for J.Lo utilizing a similar example. Mariah wrote in her diary, in the wake of hearing my new melody utilizing a similar example, Sony hurried to make a single for one more female performer on their roster, of whom I have the foggiest idea. Furthermore, J.Lo, I don't have the foggiest idea. Oh no. The example Mariah picked for herself wound up on J.Lo's tune. I'm Genuine, including J. Rule, and Mariah and J. Rule were really dealing with a melody together when Mottola supposedly made some things happen and persuaded Gia he ought to team up with J.Lo. All things considered. Be that as it may, this isn't the main obscure reality about me being genuine. It's just plain obvious J.Lo had a propensity for drawing near to influential men in the business and utilizing those associations in addition to her profession. One of those men was Irv Gotti, the chief of Homicide Inc., and as per Ashanti, Gotti likewise assumed an immense part in giving J.Lo. She let him know she needed the tune for herself. Gotti and Joe's Bo at that point, Diddy composed the remix of I'm Genuine with J. Rule. Notwithstanding, in a 2014 meeting, Ashanti revealed that it was really her vocals they utilized on the tune. Indeed, I demoed the record for her. That was way, way back. That was before I was endorsed by Murder Inc. However, that is not all. Ashanti additionally uncovered that she expressly told Gotti she needed to save herself. Notwithstanding, he gave it to J.Lo despite her good faith. Furthermore, it was amusing. It was self-contradicting on the grounds that I was truly energized on the grounds that it was J.Lo. Do you understand what I mean? However, I was so frantic at her since I was like, I needed that record. In every case since I saw Friday, do you understand what I mean? Mary Jane, I was like, you give me that. I need that record in 2021. The debate encompassing I'm Genuine was uncovered again when Ashanti played out the melody during her sections with Keisha Cole. What's more, this is when many fans realized, interestingly, that those were Ashanti's and not J.Lo's vocals on the tune. At the point when Ashanti was subsequently asked how it felt to at last get acknowledgement for the tune, she said, "It's truly vital to give credit, particularly these days since things are so purposeful misdirection." She additionally added that the entire circumstance actually feels strange in light of the fact that you get disappointed for not getting credit or not being as expected. But at that point, that transforms into something you get respected for. Furthermore, another motivation behind why the debate encompassing ingenuine is still such a hotly debated issue is that J. Lo sings the N-word on this track while simultaneously utilizing an individual of color's vocals. What's likewise wrecked is that a few other dark female specialists later uncovered J. Lo for taking their vocals and melodies. One of them is vocalist Chant Moore, who guaranteed that J. Lo and Diddy would take one of her tunes, which later turned into J-Lo's advanced hit Assuming You Had My Affection. Rodney Jerkins really came and composed this magnificent tune for me, called Assuming I Gave Love. Furthermore, the Jennifer Lopez melody was Assuming You Had My Adoration. He composed a similar tune for her. I heard that it was on the grounds that Puff Daddy strolled in and said, I heard my melody and said, I need that tune. Also, he was like, no doubt indeed, that is now taken. We composed that for Ashanti and yakety yak, blah. Also, he was like, no doubt, I need that tune. And afterward, there's Jenny from the Block, one of J-Lo's brand name melodies, which likewise includes vocals from another. Vocalist Natasha Ramos demoed the track for J-Lo. What's more, on the off chance that you take a gander at Natasha's form of Jenny from the Block, you'll hear that her voice shares a striking likeness to J-Lo. While J-Lo heard this as well, and she kept Natasha's vocals on the whole melody and the scaffold, we likewise can't disregard All I Have, which really turned out to be a significantly greater business accomplishment than Jenny from the Block. This melody highlights vocals from artist Makeba Riddick. As a matter of fact, the voice you hear in the ensemble is all Makeba and not J-Lo. And afterward, there's the track play, where Christina Million's vocals are heard in the tune and J. The rundown could continue endlessly. And J. Lo never communicated any regret about passing other ladies' vocals as her own. Presently, you might be thinking this isn't J-Lo's issue. It's essentially how the vicious music industry functions. Yet, see, this contention would hold weight on the off chance that J. Lo likewise didn't have a long history of putting different ladies down. One of J-Lo's meetings from the 90s has recently reemerged in which she mocked various entertainers totally unwarranted. At the point when J. Lo was asked why makers are picking her for huge budget films over additional laid-out entertainers, J. Lo answered, on the grounds that I'm awesome. And afterward, when she got some information about bits of hearsay that Salma Hayek was offered her job in Selena, J. Lo said Salma is only a hot stunner. Also, those are the sorts of jobs she does. Be that as it may, none of these ladies could possibly do anything to J. Lo, and she was simply despising them for no great reason. So it's no big surprise that Ashanti actually doesn't have any desire to connect with her. As per sources near Ashanti, in spite of the fact that she's continued on from that particular situation and will not slam J. Lo in broad daylight, she still supposedly feels J. Lo can't be relied upon on the grounds that she considers any remaining ladies to be rivals. Jenny from the Block is Spanish music in the room with us at the present time. Also, another fan added precisely, while Ashanti was doing the greater part of the singing for J. Lo, other Latin specialists were caught up in kicking things off. I don't have any idea where that comes from. She was an imperative piece of the Latin development in music, however. We should hear your considerations on this present circumstance. Do you suppose J. Lo, in some way or another, took Ashanti's profession? Remark down below and don't pass up this next video.